What are the stakes? How does this work? If you lose, what happens? And if you win, what happens?
Nobody moves backwards in this process. Everybody on our show is going to be a future American. They are all great candidates to be future Americans. They're all at some place in the process, and some were in line, just like I was. Sometimes you have to wait like years, 2 years, to get somebody to just look at your file. I'm offering the chance to skip to the front of the line. It's not the Hunger Games, that it's not some mean-spirited thing that's trying to deport people. It's exactly the opposite of that. I'm very fortunate and lucky and honored to be an American, and I want everybody to understand the process. By the way, most Americans can't pass a basic civics test, and I want to bring people born in America to face off against our future Americans and see how well they would do. Because guess what? Most people can't.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Y'all are not gonna believe this. The Department of Homeland Security is reportedly toying with the idea of launching a Hunger Games style reality show. You heard that right, a reality show where migrants compete for US citizenship. And no, this isn't satire. This is really happening. The United States is turning into a live reality show. It's not gonna be about entertainment anymore, but now potentially for immigration policy. The concept is something out of a dystopian movie. So the idea is that immigrants would go head-to-head in challenges that represent American values, and if they make it through, they could earn fast-track citizenship or by competing on national television. And here's the interesting part. The mastermind behind this idea isn't American. Let that sink in. Now, to be clear, this show isn't officially in motion yet. It hasn't been approved. It's just an idea floating around in high places. But the fact that it's even being considered says a lot about where this country is right now. So I've put out some clips for you guys from TikTok, some eye-opening reactions people have had to this idea. Let's check them out together, and I'll be right back at the end of this video to give my own 2 cents.
So let me get this straight. We're going to have a reality TV show for immigrants to compete against one another to get their citizenship. Others will get gift cards and whatnot. I don't know what in the Hunger Games is going on or what has happened in this place where just nonsense is the new normal. But I don't like this reality. Now, the people that cheer on this man's every move told us that he was the absolute best person possible to propel us into the future, to solve all of our issues, the reality TV star, because there was no way that the prosecutor worked her tail off to get to the positions that she were. Never mind the fact that every position she held in some sort of public office, she had to be elected to, whether it was district attorney, attorney general, senator, or vice president. Someone that actually knew the government, that actually knew the law, that actually has a track record of doing things on behalf of people. That wasn't the direction that we needed to go, but the reality TV star, that was the correct route. And then we wonder why Moody downgraded the country's credit rating yesterday. You wonder why the world is now turning to China as the necessary puzzle piece to solving some of their issues. They voted a reality TV star, and every single day he's turning our government into reality TV. Just a bunch of nonsense each and every single day. And I don't know, maybe the government is officially in the business of wanting ratings. I just feel like I'm stuck in a dream. I just feel like I'm stuck in a dream. What the hell?
The Department of Homeland Security is actually considering a pitch for a reality show called The American. It's being developed by one of the producers behind Duck Dynasty, and the premise is that immigrants would compete in a series of American challenges for a chance at US citizenship. Yeah, you heard that right. Citizenship, something people wait years for, work endlessly toward, and stake their futures on, is now being packaged as entertainment, a competition, a game. The idea is that these contestants would do things like mine for gold in San Francisco or build a Model T in Detroit. Literal obstacle courses and pageantry framed as a celebration of what it means to be an American. The producer says it's not mean-spirited, that it's heartfelt, emotional, and full of tears of joy. But let's be real, this is spectacle. This is performative patriotism built on the backs of real people's lives. and it's disgusting. Citizenship isn't some game show prize. It's not something you win in a theme challenge like your own Survivor. It's a fundamental change in someone's life. It's safety, it's identity, it's family reunification, it's freedom. For many, it's the first step toward finally exhaling after years of fear. And this country already makes that path hard enough. So to turn that journey, that incredibly personal and often traumatic journey, into entertainment, to make it a fun little show so Americans can sit on their couches and watch people earn their place here through muscle and flash and sentimental montages, that's not just tone deaf. That's cruel. It's also wildly un-American in the way that actually matters. America was supposed to be the place that welcomed people, that believed in second chances, that valued contribution, not performance. And yet, here we are, asking immigrants to perform for the camera to prove their worth. What this says, whether DHS approves it or not, is that we're more interested in branding patriotism than practicing it. That we'd rather gamify immigration than fix the system. And maybe worst of all, that we still don't see immigrants as people. We see them as content. This isn't about celebrating what it means to be American. It's about controlling who gets to be. It's shameful. It's mean whether they want to admit it or not. And if this is what passes for national morale building in 2025, then we've lost the thread on who we are.
Did you guys see this? Yeah, it's real. Let's talk about it. There's a 35-page program that Kristi Noem wrote as she's trying to ask Congress for more money right now. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna be kind of mean about this one because of that stupid idea, Kristi. 7 a.m. in NYC getting the dirt bags off the streets. No, Kristi, the only dirt bags I see are where your eyes should be. I mean, good Lord. You look like a villain in The Conjuring. How often did your parents tell you they loved you? However often that was, it was too much. Now you're playing dress up for the American people. We're not impressed. We don't like you. You out of here. Why don't you cosplay as your true self? That would be kind of cool. And by true self, I mean the reincarnation of Satan. Also, I feel it's appropriate to do my due diligence and remind people that she had an affair with her campaign manager while she was out preaching Christian values on the campaign trail. Real nice. So Kristi, just wanted to let you know, I have a way better idea for a reality TV show. Feel free to pass this along to the president. How about you get me in the octagon with anyone from Trump's administration? I'm not going to hit a girl, but I will gladly knock the brainworm out of RFK's head. And if it goes through, I'm sure there's quite a few liberal women who would want a piece of you.
Department of Homeland Security under Kristi Noem is reportedly considering starting a reality TV show where immigrants can compete for citizenship. Man, I predicted that it would take 12 months, but only took about 4. White dude with blue eyes here is the guy that came up with the idea, and he seems a little upset because his pitch was leaked to some reporters, so that's how we all found out about it. It hadn't been approved by DHS yet or anything, but he says he's feeling real positive about it. The interesting thing is when they asked him how he felt about extorting immigrants for citizenship, he said, well, you know, I was a competitor or worked on The Biggest Loser, and I remember people being so upset about doing that. So on top of the $5 million gold card that people can buy now for citizenship, we're going to have a reality TV show. I got an idea. How about instead of extorting people in need and desperate trying to come here, we actually just fix the immigration system and make it so that it takes something like 6 months, maybe even a year to get in instead of 6 years. Y'all wonder why people keep trying to cross the borders, because you don't make it anywhere near feasible for these folks to get in. That's why. So instead of trying to make money off of them, how about we just fix the system? Hey, when there's money involved, who cares about things like morals and principles, right?
The fact that there's currently an immigrant reality TV show being considered in the United States feels so fucking dystopian, because this is also not just like a reality TV show where it's like, oh, let's follow these immigrants to see what their lives are like. It's a reality TV show where they're basically doing some Hunger Games type of shit and competing to have their citizenship expedited. How cruel does somebody have to be looking at everything going on with the immigration system and all the things that the Trump administration is doing with mass deportations and illegal deportations and go, you know what would make good TV? Having people who have been waiting for years to get their citizenship and might be desperate to have this safety net of a citizenship so that they're not separated from their families, have them compete just to have this expedited. I really hope that this Hunger Games Survivor type of shit never makes it on air. You know what would be a great reality TV show? One where they have a variety of immigrants represented, whether they're residents, DACA, undocumented, and actually showing how impactful they are in the United States. But I guess we can't have that.
Listen, a reality TV show where immigrants are competing for citizenship is insane. It's insane, that level of inhumanity, to even conjure up such an idea. And I know what some of y'all are going to say. It's a distraction. It's a tactic used to divert our attention from what's really going on. The fact that that's even a conversation is my problem, and it should be yours as well. The fact that we even normalize discussions like this shows how our society right now is deprived of empathy, compassion, love, humanity for their fellow neighbor, for people, for human beings. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like Hunger Games, if we want to make a comparison, because there's a certain level of dehumanization that goes on when you romanticize someone's struggle, when you romanticize someone's hardship, and you try to put it on TV as a form of entertainment, as if this isn't people's real lives. That's ridiculous. And I'm so tired of the idea that you need to entertain ideas like this to be considered bipartisan. No. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you find yourself on.
Okay, so let me get this straight according to my research. Allegedly, a man who wasn't even born in America, now American, a man born in Canada, is the mastermind behind this bizarre concept. He's the one who created the 35-page proposal for this so-called show, a reality show where 12 contestants, all migrants, would arrive at Ellis Island. So this show would be hosted by some woman named Sophia V. It's unclear if she's just a placeholder name or the actual host lined up, but the fact that this is a plan being taken seriously is baffling. So here's where it gets interesting. Contestants who lose, yes, the ones who are eliminated, they don't just go home empty-handed. They receive what's being described as American consolation prizes. And get this, those prizes include 1 million frequent flyer miles, 10,000 US dollars Starbucks gift card, and free gas for life. You can't make this up. What we are seeing is how can I describe this? A wild attempt to turn one of the most serious and life-changing process, becoming an American citizen, into lateral entertainment. You know, this is not going to be comedy sketch. This isn't an episode of America's Next Top Model. This is actually being considered, guys. Now ask yourself, what would the public reaction have been if President Biden had endorsed something like this, or even President Obama? Then let's talk about this. Let's be real on that. There would have been massive backlash, accusations of cheapening the values of the U.S., headlines all over immigration policy into a circus and all of that. This entire concept doesn't reflect the seriousness or dignity that should come with citizenship in any country, let alone the United States of America. It turns it into a game, a spectacle where people must compete for their place in a nation. Like it's some kind of a carnival prize. Can you imagine that? We're talking about people who have fled danger, poverty, persecution, real life situations. And now, in order to gain legal standing and start a new life, they're expected to run obstacle courses or take part in scripted drama for TV ratings. My goodness. This isn't leadership, guys. This isn't motivating anybody. This is exploitation, plain and simple. And what makes this even more interesting, jarring, is that it reflects a larger trend. The US is slowly but surely morphing into a real-time reality show. I mean, it's been since January. Okay, politics has become, news has become entertainment. And now immigration, a deeply personal and often painful process, is becoming a plot line. It's hard to even describe how disheartening this is, because instead of addressing the real challenges in the immigration systems, like long wait times, backlogs, and policy inconsistencies, we are spending time, resources considering how to turn people's dreams of freedom and safety into a game show. Like, seriously. Oh my goodness, this is so unserious. It's dangerous. It sends a message that the US citizenship is a commodity you can earn through entertainment, that is less about legal process, more about how well you perform in front of the cameras. Oh my goodness. We have to ask ourselves, who benefits from this? Because it surely isn't the immigrants. It's not the American people either. It's a network, executive production companies, and political strategists trying to gamify real human struggles. Now look, some people might say, well, at least it gives people a chance. It's better than nothing. But let's be honest, would this be considered acceptable if the contestants were not immigrants? Would we ever dream of putting natural-born Americans through some bizarre TV challenge to prove that they deserve the rights they were born with? No, because it would sound absurd, and that's the point. The whole thing is absurd. It's almost midnight here. I'm tired, okay? What this country needs right now isn't more cameras and more reality TV shows. What the essence of America right now, what it needs right now, is compassion, common sense, and a serious approach to a serious topic. And I don't care how slick the production looks or how heartwarming the music, whatever they're going to be using, to spice this up. I can't mask something this dehumanizing with good lighting and, oh my goodness. And let me circle back to the most shocking part. The person pushing this idea isn't even American born, allegedly. Think about that. Someone who wasn't out in there, okay? That is proposing to turn that entire system into entertainment. Oh my goodness. We are witnessing one of the greatest nations on earth, a country that once symbolized hope, opportunity, and justice, slowly being reduced to a reality show itself. And that's heartbreaking. So, I think with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. But I want to hear from you guys, like, what do you think about this? Do you think this is harmless? Or do you think, like me, do you feel like this is like crossing the line? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments section down below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, share this video. Like I keep mentioning in my recent videos, this platform is really suppressing my views. So make sure you share my videos, like, comment, so that this video can reach a wider audience. And as usual, thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.